Welcome to the Dibley Diaries for this week. This week is Epiphany, and I've spent a little bit of time this week thinking about camels. I had an interaction with somebody quite a few years ago, someone I was hoping was going to join our church community and maybe get a bit more involved, and they said to me, "Oh, my sister's a vicar." Well, I was hoping that would mean that they might be willing to kind of help out in our church community. And then they said, she has real camels at her services sometimes. I wasn't really sure if it was Nativity or Epiphany, but I thought, real camels? Real camels? I just don't have the energy to think about real camels. I only just about have enough energy to do the things that we're already trying to do. And I felt quite inadequate, and as if our church community was feeling quite inadequate. And then I remembered, there's that saying that the rural church they're not inadequately grown oranges, they are perfectly formed clementines. And yes, we know that academically, but sometimes if we're being compared to a great, flashy, all singing, all dancing village church somewhere else, that's not very helpful for us. Actually, if you want to encourage your vicar and your church community where you are, then just volunteer to do something simple that they're already doing, or help with something that they're hoping to get started. Even if that doesn't seem very big to you, it might be as simple as making the teas and coffees at an event, and that would be a great help to them. You don't need to bring camels, just some help and a little bit of volunteering sometimes makes all the difference. This week we're going to be thinking about Epiphany, about the story of the Magi, the wise men or kings. There's not really a good translation apart from Magi, who come and they bring gifts to Jesus. We think there are three of them because they bring three gifts, gold, frankincense and myrrh. Just these three gifts that they bring to Jesus, and they worship him. And it's part of the big story of Epiphany. And Epiphany season, we think about how Jesus has come not just for the Jewish people but for the people of the whole world, and that's part of what we remember at Epiphany. I thought I would be talking about being wise today, because the Magi are often known as the wise men. But I've been really stuck on this question of gifts. And sometimes at Christmas morning we say, bring your Christmas gift, show us what you've been given, and people will show off their Christmas jumpers or other things. But I've been really challenged this time to think about what's the best gift that you have ever given to somebody else. What is the best gift that you have given to someone? And I'm still a bit stuck on thinking about this. I still know that the best gift that was ever given to me was the Christmas morning when I woke up realising I didn't have any way to cook the Christmas pudding for the big meal I was cooking, only to discover that my mother and father-in-law had actually got us a microwave. It was the first Christmas after we were married, and we didn't yet have a microwave, and that arrived before we needed to cook the Christmas pudding, and that was a fantastic gift to receive. But how do you know what is the best gift to give? I was thinking about the scene in The Big Bang Theory where Penny gives Sheldon a napkin which is signed by Leonard Nimoy, who'd come into the restaurant where Penny was working, and Sheldon's so overcome by this that he has no idea what to give back, and he goes and gets all the possible Christmas gifts that he has in his room and tries to give them to Penny, saying, I need to give you all of this. This is more than I could give you, because it's such a great thing that you have given me. And I've been thinking about how we think about that in terms of gifts. Do we try to match gifts, or do we just try to give someone gifts? Giving God gifts has always been complicated. Cain and Abel had problems with this right at the very beginning of the Bible. They were trying to give God gifts, and then the dispute over the gift giving to God actually led to murder in the first family. When we think about what it is that we can give to God, I am always reminded of the Christina Rossetti poem In the Bleak Midwinter, where it has the lines about if I were a shepherd, I would give a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. But what I can, I give him, give my heart. It seems remarkable that the infinite God gave us the gift of reconciliation with him, reconciliation to God. Just an amazing, amazing gift, a bigger gift than we can ever imagine. And we can't give anything back of that magnitude. There's nothing that we have. But God does not want that back. The best gift that we can give him is our trust, our belief and our love. He wants us to give that to him. That is the best thing that we could give him. So as we think about the gifts that the wise men brought, gold and frankincense and myrrh, really good gifts, expensive gifts, gifts that were needed at the time and then in the future, then we think what God would like us to give him. And it's just those things, our love and turning to him. That is the best gift that God could get from us in this Christmas and Epiphany time. The Dibley moment for the week this week is not a hilarious Dibley moment, it's a poignant Dibley moment, something which made us just go, oh yes. We were in an all-age activity service and for the prayers we were passing around a box which was covered in lining paper and wrapped like a gift, and encouraging people to write on the outside of the box the thing that they were thankful for. And amongst us, worshipping with us that day, was somebody who had served his time and been released from prison after Christmas and just before Epiphany, and he just wrote on the box, my freedom, that he was thankful for his freedom having been released from prison after Christmas. And that was such a poignant thing for us as that church community to be able to welcome him to a place where he could be thankful to God for that gift of his freedom. Well, that's it for the Dibley Diaries for this week. I pray that you and your village, however large or small, have a really blessed week where you can really enjoy all the gifts that God has given you.